Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy V. Man, it's been a long time, actually. And I do apologize for that, but we'll get into that in a second. So we are back at the Library of Ancients. Now we have the Black Chocobo. So at this point, we actually need to go and talk to Sid and Mead, I believe. Oh no, they've already told us where we need to go. So we need to go to the Desert of Sand Tides to make our way to another village called the town of Gorn, I think. And supposedly we've had a sighting of Reyna's father, the King of Tycoon. So we need to go look into this. And like I said, it's actually been a while, guys. I apologize for that. The last couple of weeks have been fairly hectic, and it's kind of uncontrollable, but hopefully we will be back on track after this. So I guess the first question is, what happened? Roughly put, I have a baby. That takes up a lot of time. I am back in classes this semester, so that's taking up a lot of time. But on top of that, I've also had some PC difficulties. Oh, and here we go. We have a cutscene. No go, baby. Wait! Don't give up yet! We'll build a bridge! A bit risky, but it's an idea. First, we'll use this bell to call the Sandworms. Hey, I've watched Beetlejuice, that's not a good idea. Which you boys will promptly destroy. And then there's your bridge! I really don't like this. Seems a bit rough, doesn't it? That's a laugh coming from you. I'm going to ring the bell. Oh, sorry. All set. Bring them on. Wait a sec. Yeah, we're fine. All set. If you use any magic on the Sandworms, your history. Good luck. So that's kind of your only hint that if you use magic or summons, here goes, you're gonna regret it. So there you go. Hint ahoy. So yeah, aside from all of those other things, I actually had some PC difficulties. I'm kind of a stickler when it comes to hard drive replacement, and mainly because depending on whatever service you're talking about or actually backing up the hard drives yourself, there's always some little file that gets lost somewhere in translation, and I hate that because sometimes that tiny little file is something that I like going to every now and again, and so I tend to procrastinate replacing hard drives. So much so that the hard drive that I was running on was about 10 years old, I want to say, and was about to die. So I had to replace the hard drive, but on top of that, I decided to finally migrate over to a solid-state drive. And when I did this, unfortunately my motherboard died. So I had to take care of that too. So I am technically running on a brand spanking new PC to some extent. Brand new motherboard, brand new processor. Thankfully I was able to salvage some of the other parts, but that is basically what happened. I had to wait for the parts to get here, and then I had to install them, and it was a lengthy process, but it's done. I'm back. I'm hopefully back to a regular schedule. I will address that in another video, but we'll get to a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I was debating whether or not I was going to address that stuff here. I don't think I will. And the main reason being is I do have another video planned to address that, also the upload schedule, because what I'm basically going to do with the upload schedule is I missed about 2 to 3 weeks worth of stuff. 3 weeks confirmed of Final Fantasy V content. So you will get 3 weeks worth delivered as soon as possible to get caught up. The other ones are about 2 weeks, so if you're a Drak and Shadow fan, there's going to be about 2 weeks worth of content brought up to the channel, and then we will be back on a regular schedule, hopefully. I can't guarantee that. Me and Alex have been working our butts off to maintain that schedule on Drak and Shadow, but it's been kind of hectic. So I hope you guys are willing to bear with us. We will keep you posted if anything changes, but the first question that I want to address that people actually sent to me: are you going anywhere? Are you guys done? Is it official? You're not doing this anymore? No. We are still very interested in doing... Sorry, I keep on fiddling with stuff on the desk. we are definitely not done. We are going to continue to produce content. We have plenty more in store this year. It's just now we have to make up for lost time. So with that said, that's at least the plan. So in the coming week, you're probably going to have about 3 weeks worth of Final Fantasy V content and then 2 weeks worth of knack. So that'll be helpful. The other thing I'll also address is the Drak Let's Play Live. There has been none in the last couple of weeks. I think I addressed this before in a previous part. For the moment, I'm putting that on hiatus, and the reason I am is because I want to retool it a little bit. Obviously, I've been having some issues with live streaming console games, and I don't like that. And so what might happen is Drak Let's Play Live will return, but it will be PC-oriented mostly, and we will do console games over time. But we'll work that out as we go along. Drak Rants and Raves, that was never set on the schedule, so that's still going to happen. In fact, I have a couple of good ideas about that. One involving a recent episode of Game Theory, rather their series of Deadlock. So you guys can look forward to that. And so hopefully you guys can look forward to the massive schedule that we have coming in. But the other one is Geek News, Reviews, and Opinions. That has not changed. Alex actually took over last week, and I will put the video up on the playlist, but that didn't go anywhere. I just unfortunately had to miss because I didn't have a PC with which to do it. So that happened, and we are getting back on course. Now that I've wasted about 7 minutes of time in this video explaining that, again, I apologize. Let's get back into this, shall we? So I guess while we're working on this stinking sandworm, because it just refuses to die, the first thing that I guess I have to address is, you know, in the meantime, were you actually able to play any games? I was able to play a little, and I kept track of it. And then I lost it, and then I kept track of it again. That's how my schedule's been going, guys. I've only been able to play a few games, and mainly because of the hectic schedule that is going on right now. One other thing I also did want to address is people... I guess I put this up... No, I said it in Geek News. I couldn't remember. I did attend Salt Lake Comic-Con and had fun there, and got some interesting t-shirts, some interesting pictures. I might put those up on the Geek News Facebook page if people want to see them. But we had a good time. Probably the first time in a while I've gone to a con, so... Yes! Now we can get in there! We only had to kill one sandworm? Seriously? Sid, Mead, please look after our black chocobo while we're gone. Yeah, because he's kind of sitting in a forest somewhere. Good luck! Gotcha. Take care. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, on to the games that I did play. Let's see where to go first. So first of all, I guess Dragon Age Origins is the next one that I took on. And I've basically been playing through the Awakening expansion. I had only barely started it the last time I played it, but now I've gotten a little bit deeper. I actually came across the Darkspawn that is sentient, called First, and I guess he's not... This is the weird part for me. He's sentient, but he's not, because he's serving a new master, whom I'm not sure if I know or not yet. That's the weird part. That, and we also had to go into the swamp and get pulled into the Fade again, and I was just like, I'm thankful that this didn't last as long as the other trip did. But I did also get another interesting character out of that, which was a weird spirit by the name of Justice. And so I've got him kind of being my tank. And I have slain First. That's why I'm kind of unsure about the Master. They showed a cutscene, and I'm guessing the person in the cutscene was the Master, but I'm not sure. She kind of looked a little crazy. But as far as what I'm thinking about the Awakening DLC, it's great. It produces another threat that doesn't necessarily need to be... I'm trying to remember what they actually called dragons in Dragon Age. the Archdemon. It isn't a dragon per se, it's a new threat that is now controlling the Darkspawn that the dragons were controlling. So that's an interesting concept. I do like the fact that my party kind of resets. I have Ogren, and that's about it. I can still come across my other party members, but in order to not have like a superly overpowered party, they actually don't allow me access to the other characters. So I couldn't get Wynn. According to the DLC, Alistair is king, so I couldn't get him. And Morrigan's off somewhere. I don't know where she is, but she's hiding from me. So it was nice to see Wynn at least, and she actually gave me a unique quest. But yeah, I really don't have any issues with it. I like the fact that I start at my current level and that I actually have a party reset. I did like the fact that I got an old party member that wasn't really used and was allowed to bring him in. That being Ogren. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I do enjoy the gameplay of Dragon Age, so I'm glad that in between all of that, the gameplay never really changed. So with that said, that's where I'm at with Dragon Age Origins. Not very far, but according to the guys that I'm reading, I'm a good portion through the expansion. Now, another game that has actually caught my eye, and I've had a real nostalgic kick, mainly because of Baby Time, but I finally decided to go pick back up the game Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight I have not beaten. Some people actually have asked me if I've beaten it. No, I have not. I've only gotten a couple levels in. And so I decided to go back in, play it from the beginning, and go as far as I could. Currently, I'm at Plague Knight's level, and I'm working my way through that. My thoughts on it, though, is I'm still... Dude, it's a great game, and I love the fact that there is now an expansion content for it based around Plague Knight. At least I think that's Plague Knight, the one that looks like he could have been in Assassin's Creed 2. So I was happy about that. I also love the fact that there is a Shovel Knight amiibo, which allows for co-op. I might have to get that, because my copy of Shovel Knight is on the Wii U. Just for the heck of it, because I have a feeling I would completely enjoy it. And it would be a nice little thrill to go through. And we are actually out of the Desert of Sand Tides. In other words, we are no longer on Tatooine. I swear, you could make a dozen, like, Sarlacc jokes or whatever you want to go for. Which would be appropriate because, let's see, 3 months? Force Awakens? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, but cautiously. I really want that movie to be good, and I really hope they don't screw it up. Okay, and so, yeah, it's the town of Gorn. Where are we? Do you think this is the town of ruins Sid talked about? Okay, so I guess all we gotta do is look around. Whoa, oh, peekaboo. Who is that? King Tycoon? Okay, well, that was interesting. It looks like this town has seen better days. Oh, peekaboo, right there. What happens if I go here? No. Nothing. But maybe... Yeah, it takes a little bit to actually get this going, but... We are trying to track down King Tycoon. Oh, there he is, behind a bush. And he goes into the house. Father! Papa? Wait, what? And so much for that reunion. What did this trapdoor do? Lead us down here. Pretty much. Varys. So you really are my sister. Yeah, they were hinting at it in a previous part, and yes, it's confirmed. I should have admitted it sooner. Forgive me. Aww. Sister, Reyna. What is Galuf doing off in the corner? Oh, Bart's is up. Now where are we? What a strange place. Where's Galuf? Yeah, that's right. We must have gotten separated when we fell down that hole. I'm sure he's okay. That's one tough old cuss. We'll probably find him later. Let's go on. And Galuf can apparently hear it, so... Oh, he'll find a way. Oh, that's inventive. Wait a darn minute. You just gonna leave me, baby? Sorry. Alright, so now we're in this weird area with funky statues. Oh, and it's all mechanical. What in... Whoa! Now, people might have been wondering, how is all of this connected to the whole Kristen Island incident? Well, it just so happens that it's completely connected. Watch out! Alright, well, that's not being used again. Yeah, get out of the room, Barts. Don't stop every time. Meanwhile... So Sid and Mead flew the Black Chocobo back home. Let's return him to the woods! Yeah, you already did that. Right. At least we kept our promise to Bots. Whew, that was close. Must have been some kind of time warp apparatus. After just sitting there all that time, it must have broke when we tried to use it. Alright, so thank you, Sherlocks, for figuring that out for us. I could have already told you that. And then this is an interesting room right here. A couple books to read, a little bit of a library. Push the switch? What happens? It's not good! Oh, something's etching on the wall here. Check flowers. Okay. Middle room. Now, if you go in here at first, it's going to ask if you want to rest. We're going to go ahead and take advantage of that right now. While we're working on this puzzle, another game that I actually was able to get started at the very least was I finally bought into what people had been saying, and I finally got around to playing Destiny on PS4. And I have not played that much. I've played about, let's see, memo, paper, room on the right. This is just a little puzzle that the game tried to make, and it's kind of pointless. Yeah. Alright. So I barely got started with Destiny. I picked I think it's a Shock Trooper. I'm only a couple levels in. I basically played enough. I played the entry experience and got myself to the hub city, and I've got my next mission. Thoughts on it so far? It plays really, really well. My only complaint with it is I do not like the fact that it actually gives the option of third-person viewpoints and doesn't allow for them in the shooting gameplay. Because first person is kind of a dinky thing for me. It tends to cause headaches and tends to cause nausea. It depends on the game. But that's a frustrating aspect, and it irritates me when a game kind of teases that I can play third person, and then it doesn't let me. And people might be wondering, what do I mean by tease? The emotes that you can do in the game are third person. And when you are in the hub city, where you can get your quests and you can sign up for raids and whatnot, that is all in third person. And it kind of irritates me that they only allow that in that particular option. If they patched it to give me third person, I would appreciate it greatly, but I don't know if Bungie's actually going to do it. That, and obviously I do have the obvious concern of, I've heard this game has tons of really good lore, but it's not in the game because Activision decided that was stupid. Which is funny considering that another MMO that they have under their moniker is completely steeped in lore, and it's all in the game as well as other mediums. Activision, I don't think you thought that through. But overall, I am enjoying it. I love the fact that it's based in somewhat realistic kind of terms. Oh, hey, what's this? The fire ship. Wasn't it supposed to be sunk? Yes, it was supposed to be. So what's that ship way over there? I don't know. Why don't you go look at it, Bartz? Oh, look, it's got propellers. A ship with a propeller. Now, this is just plain weird. Somebody finally said it. Oh, look, it's Sid and Mead. Sid, Mead. Ouch! Now where are we? Bots, Reyna, Faris, and Galuf? Yeah, he was with them too. I don't know why you're confused by this. How did you get here? We rode the Black Chocobo back to Kristen Island. Then all of a sudden, we fell down this huge hole. So I guess that would put us under the island? That's why the fire ship's here. Looks like the place was built long ago. What's with this funny prop ship? Grandpa can better explain than me. Hey, where is he? Yeah, he went downstairs. You guys weren't paying attention. Do. Yeah, this is one of those points where I was kind of a dunderhead and I didn't even realize that I could control it. I thought he would just bring him back up. Nope. Oh, look, there's gears in here too. Incredible! Okay, what's incredible? Say, Sid, not now! Just tighten this and move this. Did it! Did what? Thank you, Bartz. Let's sail! Okay. Yes, this is actually the way you get the airship. Yes, it happens fairly early in the game. Say, Sid, what is this thing? Looks like an airship to me. Read about one once. But never dreamed they really existed. Yeah, they're the stuff of legends. What's wrong with it? We're being dragged down by something. There's a monster stuck on the hull. Of course there is. Alright, well, boss fight. So while we are taking care of the Clay Claw, let's get back into other games that I've actually been able to play. The other one is that I actually started up Infamous 2. So I played Infamous a while back. I enjoyed it. I overall appreciated the story that it was trying to tell. It's one of those few open world games that I really do appreciate. And it's based in new content. I had a few complaints with it, but I do remember saying that I was interested to see what the sequel would do. And right now I can already tell you, graphically, it is such an improvement to the first one. It's one of those things that kind of irritated me about the original Infamous, is that it looks like it was built on the Sly Cooper engine, and it acts like everybody is inside the Sly Cooper universe, but they're supposed to look like real people. Infamous 2, however, is its own deal, and I am so happy that they did that. It sounds to me like they got a bunch of new voices for it. Hold on, cutscene. Take that! Yes! Okay, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and land. Damage is minimal. We can fix it with parts from the fire ship. Oh, okay. Sid. I'm sick of being thanked. We'll stay behind and search for the Earth Crystal here. You search the skies. Get going. All right. Well, I guess that's our new mission. Dar, the evil black mage. Exdeath. We must keep him from returning. All that's left is the Earth Crystal. Yeah, we've covered this already. What are we waiting for? Let's go! So yes, this is basically signifying that we get our airship, but that's going to go ahead and do it for this week, so I guess we'll get into Infamous 2 next week, or next time. Until then, we will see you next time for more Final Fantasy V, where we will use our airship to find the Earth Crystal.